in it, so I don't have any coffee this match. I'm pretty sad about that.
Dude, that's actually so depressing. I made coffee earlier too, and I accidentally put too much milk, and it tasted terrible. So I mean, not quite as bad as your situation, but pretty bad too.
Most definitely. Well, we're looking at something kind of interesting here. Newbee take the OD and CDEC. This was the same response that we saw from them before. The Nyx assassin coming out from Feb in the mid lane. I believe that this is what we saw. Do you remember that game?
Oh yeah, this is the well, I mean, it's not. Hopefully, it doesn't get as extreme as that game. That game, it was a mid Nyx against OD and Bat Rider. So as long as Newbie don't pick up Bat Rider too, this Nyx assassin shouldn't be as effective.
Yeah. Well, and we also did see some really great Rubik play coming out in that game as well, if I'm not mistaken. Stealing Astral and throwing it back the other direction. It's a pretty great spell, and it's interesting to me that CDEC are valuing it, the being able to pick the Rubik this early with only just that one good spell to steal. Obviously, there are going to be other ones that come about as the game goes on longer, but normally you would save a Rubik pick for a little bit later in the draft. What do you think about it this early?
I mean, he played a really, really good Rubik, so I guess they're just comfortable with it. It's something they like to use against the OD, and like you said, there's going to be more spells to come soon. So overall, like, pretty good pick.
Yeah, definitely pretty cool. The bands that come out now as well. Doom, we did see, I believe, CDC running that a little while ago, so Newbie well aware of what can come out from these guys. Also, the Faceless Void is going to be banned out, and the Slardar. So, since Newbie didn't take it in the first round, CDC don't want to have to deal with those shenanigans this time.
5 seconds remaining.
Interesting to see that they do ban out the Doom. I guess they are afraid of it. And CDEC is the team that runs it. So.
Right. Yeah, just doing that extra little bit of research. And we've talked a lot about Kaka and how good of a drafter he is, but I've been really impressed with June as well. They've been running some, I mean, the Nyx mid, like we talked about, it's a really cool strategy. Do you think that there's any chance there's a double bluff and they go for something else instead of the Nyx in the mid lane? Like, could they run a different hero there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Nyx is a very flexible hero. You can even run him as a support, although I don't really like that too much. You can always do that, so you can run them as a mid laner, off laner, or support. So we'll just have to see what they come up with.
Well, CDEC now with the pick on the line. Dazzle has already been taken, and they're going to go back for the Nature's Prophet again. I think that this is... I'm going to do a little bit of research real quickly, but I'm pretty sure it's the exact same draft that they ran yesterday in their game where they were able to win against the OD.
Feels very similar. I believe you are correct, because I know June bought a Dagon 5, so I think you're right. This is very similar. So far, 3 out of 5 of the same heroes have been picked up.
And I guess that makes sense. If you've got a combo that you really like a lot, it would make sense that you would try and run it together across the way. There we go. CDEC Gaming. Interestingly enough, on the Dota buff like teams thing, CDEC Youth was more popular than the main CDEC squad. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but interesting things. Anyway, Sand King is taken now. What do you think about this hero in the context of this draft? Is it just, I mean, that sort of lane dominating guy that we normally see him to be?
I feel like the Sand King pickup might mean that Newbee are actually planning on allowing KP to 1v1 the Nature's Prophet. I think that's what might happen here. And then they decide to like play a very aggressive trialing here, because Sand King against Tyrion, you just take the cost of finale and then you start burrow striking the tree and then everything just pops. So in that sense, he's like a pretty good matchup against the Nature's Prophet.
Huh. That's interesting. And we're now also going to see the Ancient Apparition been picked up. So you like the Nature's Prophet against the Sand King in that lineup. You feel like it's a pretty strong matchup there?
Oh, no. The other way around. Okay. For the Sand King against the Nature's Prophet. Yeah. Gotcha. Because you just buy a Stout Shield and then he doesn't, you're actually able to tank his right clicks and then you can use your Caustic Finale to beat a Prophet when he uses Nature's Call.
Gotcha. That's kind of cool there. I do like that little synergy. What's the reason behind the Ancient Apparition? I feel like these are all very squishy, odd picks at this point.
it's pretty good synergy with Nyx and Nature's Prophet. You know, Nyx runs around, finds people to kill, and then all of a sudden you have a Nature's Prophet ulti and an AA ulti on top of you. It's like a guaranteed kill on anyone. And it's like a decent pick against OD as well and Dazzle, because if you catch people with your ulti and their grave, you know, they're just going to die after the grave. And if OD defensively astrals anyone, it's a free setup for an AA ulti, Ice Vortex, you know, a Nyx stun, yeah, you name it. So it's probably why they want to pick up the A, is just for that global presence.
Yeah, it feels like that's definitely the route that they've been going more often than not recently. And I'm looking back through even just this past week, and Nature's Prophet's their most picked hero. They've been running it with Nyx Assassin more often than not. They've just been really experimenting. There's 26 different heroes picked, and none of them actually have more than 2 played. They just have been playing a lot of different heroes.
Yeah, I mean, Life Stealer. Huh. I actually really like this pickup because, like I said, one, it's good for the tri-lane that they might be running. It's good to deal with Sand King, and it destroys Nyx Assassin. So overall, I really, really like this Life Stealer pick.
Yeah, that's something kind of is pretty cool there. Is there any way in which, I mean, do you think Newbee need to be worried about the OD in the mid lane against the Nyx Assassin, or can SC play his OD in a different way so that he doesn't get completely punished by Spiked Carapace? Like we saw the previous one, OD was maxing Astral against Nyx.
I feel like that probably should still be the play. I think
10 seconds remaining.
It's a tough one. We'll just have to see how they
5 seconds
how they decide to run it.
Yeah.
Newbees
turn out now. Morphling and Lion both taken out of the pool. Makes a good amount of sense. And with one last pick now, we've seen U9's Lifestealer do a whole heck of a lot. Do you think we have a roaming hero, potentially something along the lines of a Ricky or a bounty hunter? Is that a possibility?
I don't think so. I feel like CDEC has such an aggressive lineup. I think we just go for another like counter initiator kind of thing. Okay. You just keep a vision, you keep up the warding, and then you counterplay all of CDEC's setup. Oh, you were right. Yeah. Bounty Hunter.
Well, I guess it's also a counter initiator. It fits a lot of the same things when Naga Siren is now the pick for CDEC. So they're gonna do it to him. Interesting. What this lineup from CDEC just feels so foreign to me. A lot of heroes that we don't tend to see except out of them. Is there anything that you're particularly worried about with their draft right now, or do you think it's fairly well rounded?
I feel like CDEC's lineup is not as strong as Newbee's last lineup when it comes to Naga, because there's actually like a lot more ways for Newbee to deal with the illusions. Like you have an OD, and an OD is just gonna 2 to 3 shot your illusions. It's not nearly as strong. I'm just gonna have to say that I feel like Newbee are
10 seconds
probably in a better spot here, unless Feb just sets up nonstop for CDEC.
Yeah, and that's what he was able to do in the previous series that we've seen of the games that CDEC won. I remember that TA game in particular, the kind of huge throw that we saw. As weird as it is to say that, but we're getting ready to hop in now. Game number 2, a little bit of lag to start, never hurt anybody, and Kaka is going to be able to place down these wards rather early. So you mentioned the ability to have kind of a vision advantage, that's what you want to try and build up with Newbee, since all these lineups are like very globally oriented. Do you think that Bounty Hunter gives you that, or is it kind of going to be a problem once Gem gets up for the Naga?
You just want to make sure that there's no Nyx on top of you. Like that's really what it comes down to. You just absolutely cannot let Nyx get the jump on you. And as long as you don't let that happen, they should be fine.
Okay. Well, early movements out there. Not going to spot this ward placed by the bounty. It's a kind of awkward spot. I mean, it just is going to block out this creep camp, so eventually they're going to spot it, but it might take them 2 sentries depending upon how they get placed. And Kaka also is going to be able to spot the movement in towards mid. Oh, yeah, just a regular observer ward placed down, and doesn't look like anybody's going to spot this out. Well, I trade hits, but back out. Interesting look to this
Battle
game.
begins.
As far as rotations come about, do you think that either team can find kills in any of these lanes? Like, is Rubik going to be tied up here trying to deal with the Sand King?
Let me see. I think there is a possibility. If they really want to do it, they definitely could rotate Rubik down to the mid lane, because you can always make a kill happen with the Furion, but against an OD it's always really hard because of the fact that you can Astral and then have a Dazzle TPN or something like that, so it's pretty rough.
Looks like I got a minor patch from Dota, so I'm going to restart real quickly. Hopefully this solves some of the issues that we're having with lag right there, but we're hopping back into it right now. Anything that we're missing in the Dota 2 game currently?
Not too much. They're just farming right now. Both teams just trying to get EXP. Kaka's just walking around trying his best to get information. He might go down here though. He got caught out by a ward, and Kaka is going to make it.
6 HP. They didn't have the secondary Riptide. Oh my god, that was close. And he's actually going to stay? Oh man, that is bold as brass. I would not have...
He knows where the ward is now, I would assume. I would have to assume.
God, yeah, just one Fade Bolt and he is going down. My goodness. Oh, the regenning back up through it, and this is actually pretty nice for him then. They don't have another Sentry Ward, do they?
No. They definitely checked their inventories. That's the only reason why he's still staying.
Oh, good stuff. It does mean he's also going to be trading some experience here, as KP will be soaking up a good amount of it as well. But Kaka now maybe heading in towards the mid lane. What can he do against this Nyx assassin here?
Just makes SC's life a little bit easier, even if it is a couple of right clicks. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean too much because Nyx assassin has PMS and he has a lot of regen, and he has that really, really high base regen to begin with as well. There's very little he can do. Oh,
KP Bro strike to the low ground. That was close to death for him, but able to make the escape. They're putting a lot of pressure on this top lane here from CDEC. This is going to be hard for them to contend with.
Well, it would appear that SC's OD is a lot stronger than Super's OD when it comes to laning, because he is destroying Feb in terms of CS. He's doing really well.
Oh, but
they're
the
going to go for it
rotation
here.
They're going to go for it. Yeah, the Impale comes through. The right clicks are there, and SC, not quite enough mana for that, and looks like June's going to be able to get away with murder.
That was really well played by them. That's like exactly what they need if they're going to make that kind of kill happen. Like, he has to have no Astral and also no Mono to re-Astral, obviously. And then he just TP's in, stuns him, free kill.
On September does have the Chilling Touch as well now, so you got to be careful in each and every one of these lanes. The global presence, it's not just something that they need to worry about with Nyx in the mid game. I mean, even just now, you can see that they're finding kills with it. And Nature's Prophet in the jungle, sort of notorious in pubs, but it's working for him here.
Getting a little worried for Kaka. He's not really getting the levels that he needs. And there's very little he can do. Oh, unless he does this. This is a good way to get EXP.
Trading a couple of hits here, and might just even think about taking the last hit away from the Nature's Prophet. Very frustrating indeed for that MP. But that also does signal they realize that he can be TPing to any one of these lanes, so they'll keep their eyes on it. And Bounty Hunter might realize that that could be coming.
Oh, they know he's there.
There's a sandstorm happening, but no detection, so they don't find the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In towards mid again now. SC lifted up. They don't have another Astral every time that's happened, and oh man, Feb was pump faking the Impale there. They actually go back in on him. SC not at all afraid, and he'll get some CS from that, but won't be caught up in the spiked Carapace.
Yeah, he's just doing a very good job at keeping tabs on his Spike Carapace levels. I think last time I saw Feb play this matchup, he leveled up Spike Carapace at level 4. And I wasn't sure if it was a mistake or not, and it seemed to work a lot better.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh man, Kaka reveals himself in the mid lane. There are sentry wards down as well, but also behind the enemy lines. I'm really surprised that September's been able to get away with staying in this lane and soaking up experience, because he's gotten a good amount out of already. One of the more high-level supports.
Yeah, he's just hiding in trees, getting levels.
Radiant's
It's definitely what you
top
want
tower
as
is
an
under
Ancient
attack.
Apparition in the early game, because it's so difficult for you to get experience as AA unless you are able to pull freely, but Newbee are just making it really hard for the safe lane to get anything. They keep dropping wards, and after all that ward battling, they finally managed to block out the big camp, and that makes it really difficult for the supports to get anything out of the lane.
Yeah. Well, and it makes sense, too. This is, I think, one of the ways in which we might see AAs come back a little bit, is that it's always been hard to lane the AA, and now, with the offlaners going straight to Iron Talon jungle, they can kind of just have that lane to themselves as long as they don't get too caught out of position. Oh, and denying out these creeps as well. Good play, but they are going to not be able to find him. Haste rune. Good stuff.
Oh, gets the regen as well.
What value? What's a kill rune for OD? Is the haste rune enough of a kill rune, or is it a little bit too hard?
It's definitely doable with the haste rune, but I mean, I feel like you should just focus on farming. Definitely what you should be doing.
Lifestealer Bomb, though, is going to come out, and they do have Epicenter if they want to go for it. They actually tried to channel it, but didn't have quite enough time, and is going to end up paying for it. They don't have it. It's they're alive on nothing. KP gets out, and Lifestealer murders the Nature's Prophet. Frustrating indeed.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
KP actually got so much out of this offlane. He's level 6 already.
Dire's top tower
That's more
is
than
under
the
attack.
Nature's Prophet. This is definitely not good for CDEC.
Well, Newbee, again. Over here to the side, there's a lot of action happening in this game. I feel like my camera work is going to be tested since we've got so many different global ultimates, not to mention Kaka hopping around with the Lifestealer inside of him. It's kind of the poor man's Ricky Lifestealer that we saw a couple patches ago, but the rotation in towards Kaka again, the lift back, and Nature's Prophet should be able to find that mid lane. They lost the Nyx Assassin, though. OD able to find him. This should be a return kill, though, so just over there towards mid, it looks like it was a little bit of help from the Burrow Strike and the Sand King. Nicely played.
Yeah, very much needed killed for SC. He's definitely struggling, as expected. Despite his really good early start, dying once against the Nyx really hurt him.
And bottom lane, U9, level 7. Can just start to pressure this bottom tower a good amount as well. Faith is gonna, I mean, can they start to take down the tier 1 here? Is there, it's very low.
Yeah, they have the creep wave. They'll definitely go for it here. Not to mention there's a catapult as well.
Dire's bottom tower
Faith
is under
denies
attack.
out that rune as well, and they cancel the TP into the bottom lane.
Dire's
Although that
structures are
was the
fortified.
TP from June, so he's still going to show up to this. They pop the glyph as well. The rotation comes in from Feb. If they can hit a really good impale, this would be a kill. Trying to find it, and connects. Easy kill for the Nyx Assassin. Just a little bit too quick.
Very unfortunate for U9. Normally at these levels, when you go for the Vendetta hit and you try to stun, almost every player has like the reaction time to avoid the stun. And I think U9 actually just missed that because he was in the middle of using his salve. So I heard him use his salve, and I don't think he could hit his rage in time.
Well,
Dire's
it's a
middle
little bit
tower is
unlucky
under
that time
attack.
around for him. Maybe he'll be able to save himself next time. Because, I mean, it's something where Lifestealer is supposed to be survivable, so if you're not surviving through those gank attempts, it's rough. But now that we're moving out of the laning stage, we take a look at the net worth, and Naga Siren, left to her own devices, has been farming pretty well and is trying to get towards that Radiance.
Tower is under
How
attack.
scary is this if you're a newbie? Can you deal pretty well with the Naga Siren illusions, like with the OD just being able to spam away at them?
As long as, you know, SC doesn't have like a horrible game, I think he should be fine.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
they almost
attack.
found him. But CDEC is about to hit their stride. They they have the AA level 6, and you know Nyx is already level 8. This is their go time. They should be making a lot of things happen for their Naga to farm.
Yeah, and hopefully they can make that type of plays that they need. I guess that a lot of it does come off the back of that Nyx assassin finding his initiations, and does move over
Dire's
towards
top
the mid
tower
lane,
is
looking
under
for
attack.
SC.
Radiant's
Still not
bottom
an easy
tower
kill
is
to
under
find.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, they're gonna find him, maybe.
Oh, just within range. If he can manage to find this, uses the Astro as well. So, oh, he's going to go for the Spike Carapace initiation,
Dire's
but isn't
top
quite in
tower
range yet.
has fallen.
That would have been a really good play if the OD had stuck around, but that just sort of signals to him there's people in the area, and now going to back out.
He does catch a glimpse of the bounty hunter, so they know that it's going to be around that area too.
All right. October, September. They're kind of just hanging out here. This is, I feel like, one of the problems with CDEC's draft, though, is that if they don't, like, find kills, how do they push?
Well, I mean, I feel like that's kind of like their second objective. I mean, their lineup is so ganking oriented. If they make pickoffs happen, they'll be able to take towers with Naga and a Furion or Nature's Prophet.
Oh, Kaka going for the courier sniper. They just jump away for a moment. That was kind of close, but having the speed boost, it's not going to be able to find that kill. And now Kaka's going to double back. Does not want to get caught by all of these people, and it's going to get you a quick little sight onto June here. He might even stick around for a little while, but doesn't want to get killed off.
So this game's pretty much going to become a newbie dodging CDEC ganks kind of game. That's pretty much what this is going to be, and let's see if KP survives this.
Oh, it needs to be careful. The A blast is going to come through. Oh, Caustic. They promised it, but there's the Sunstorm. In some trouble. He's dropping low, and I think
He's gonna make it. Oh my!
he's actually just going to escape. Oh, that blows my mind.
Very unfortunate for them. Like, they really, really need these kills to happen. And KP, he was one tick away from dying. I think one tick away from dying.
That was really very close to them being able to find that kill. But yeah, as you mentioned, only the 1 point there in the AA blast, obviously. And it's this awkward situation now where, like, June, he's trying to move down here. He's got his drums and phase boots.
Oh, they find phase.
That's going to be a nice kill. And with that, they actually probably can push this one down. I feel like if he shows himself for too long in a lane, like, they could go for a Lifestealer and Fest Bomb with Bounty Hunter and just completely dismantle the Nature's Prophet, but eyes now towards the mid lane. Newbee are set to try and make their push happen.
It feels like these Chinese teams have established that this is how you beat a Naga Siren. You just all buy Midas. So the Midas on Lifestealer, Midas on OD. I don't know if we're going to see 4 Midases like last game, but 2 Midas so far. Newbee have done a pretty good job in surviving. Oh, I think he's going to catch him.
Oh yeah, that should be a kill. They throw out the A blast again, but KP very survivable right now, and it's just going to TP back home. It definitely feels very different from most of the other Dota 2 that I've been seeing around the area. It does not look similar.
I feel like Newbee have done a really good job in surviving this aggressive lineup from CDEC. It's only 3 to 4, and like, Newbee has picked up the tools they need to just play their own aggressive game now. They have a blink on Sand King, and Kaka's level 6, so they can definitely make plays happen now too.
And Nyx Assassin just not one of those heroes without a nice start and a couple of kills where he's able to do a ton. And now, like I was talking about, bottom lane, they've been able to find June here, and I don't know if they want to try and take this too much further. We did hear the Lifestealer and Fest, so KP's looking, and I don't know if they're going to be able to find him. The Treants did spot him, and there's going to be the track. Yeah, this should be a kill. And this is really the big problem, is you can push with Nature's Prophet, but you will be punished for that. And KP gained that bonus movement speed. They jump forward. Drums not quick enough. And June, well, he's going down. Nicely played.
They did say alive or dead.
So this is definitely a huge problem for CDEC. Like I mentioned, they picked this lineup where it's kind of like a 4 protect 1 thing, like last game, but the hero lineup that they have is just not nearly as strong.
And Lifestealer, large and in charge, ready to make some pain happen. He's still going to go ahead and hit the tier 1 tower again. A Blast is going to fly through and is actually only going to connect onto 1, but the Burrow Strike, they found Feb stuck around a little bit too long and maybe going to be able to get away. No, he's super dead. It's going to end up being another kill going their direction, and this should be the tier 1 tower. And you mentioned it, they're just starting to take over this game.
Yep, track kills coming out. Like, Kaka's doing a really good job at keeping up the warding. Oh man, another track kill.
This really hurts. The fact that you're getting dove back behind the tier 2 tower and nobody is showing up to help you. Ancient Apparition just being bullied.
Well, on the bright side, CDEC do have their Radiance Naga, but unfortunately, I don't think it is quite enough for them to fight Newbee just yet.
Rubik is aggressively moving towards the entire Radiant team, just showing off that he's feeling comfortable with that vision. U9 rages, continues to hit away at the tower, and Feb is going to be here as well, trying to clear this out to the best of their abilities. But that's a tower gone, and now all the tier 1s out of there. They do still have June who's split pushing, so things are kind of working.
SC is like 3 intelligence off of one-shotting Naga illusions right now. He just needs a little bit more, and he can one-shot illusions at the current state he's in.
Still waiting for another Lifestealer bomb to come out from Bounty Hunter, but clearly the answer for side of Newbee is just more Midases. We also got one completed on Feb for the Nyx Assassin, so everybody wants to farm this game. They all want their items. I don't know what exactly is going on with this, but I think we've seen like 8 Midases in the last 2 games. They've been able to catch now onto the Nyx Assassin in a hell of a lot of trouble. The rest of the team just does not want to come in and try and help this out. And now October maybe overextending his bounds slightly. They do catch in the Astral there. I'm not exactly sure what that Rubik is hoping to do, but Feb is definitely going to die. Oh my goodness. Now KP, top lane, Epicenter, September, having flashbacks from previous game, and Sandking's just able to bring him down again.
Oh, they caught him this time though, and they do have dust for him.
Well, look in. Burrow Strike is available. They go for a Sandstorm. That's going to be the song though, and might be a bit too much. Yeah, the lift up, and he's gonzo. Why don't you take a moment to think about that? All right, well, 5,000 gold lead into the favor of Newbee. It's 4,000 experience. Like, does the Naga need to do more, or what do you think?
No, they just have to play around this Nyx, and unfortunately, Nyx is getting shut down nonstop everywhere he goes. Like I said, as long as Newbee have the warding down correctly, like, he's not going to have an opening. And if you shut down the Nyx from having an opening, like, you can't do anything. Nyx is the only person you can rely on for setting up these kills, and if he's in vision, it's just not going to happen.
Man. Yeah, that's a rough one indeed, and I guess that, like, the other thing is, you mentioned earlier, if the Nyx is going to have to start with a Vendetta shot as well, how difficult is it going to be to have the follow-up, you know, impale? And we did see that they were able to find an initiation in other ways, like the Sand King proccing the caustic, or the spiked carapace from the caustic finale, and then you also had the being able to proc the spiked carapace on the coming out of the astral. But those heroes are also just inherently hard to kill themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been fine if he was able to do it earlier, but now that it's like 18 minutes in and they only have 5 kills on the board, it's like really hard now. He's just not strong enough on his own. He's only level 10. I really like this Midas pickup from him, though, because he's still going to be playing the exact same style, regardless of what new item he picks up. I mean, he could pick up something like a Force Staff or something like that, but realistically speaking, if he's not going to find someone's Vendetta, not much is going to happen, so you might as well just play a little greedier and get your levels and farm.
June also, eat your heart out. He's going for the Ag Scepter build on the Nature's Prophet. This just warms my heart. I love this type of build. Is it okay this game though, or is it god awful?
I feel like this is just
This is
the all right, guys. It didn't work out. We're transitioning kind of build. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like for me as well. I like that the Naga Sirens went back for the arcane boots. It's going to allow her to stay on the map a little bit longer. It does delay the travels a little while, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Meanwhile, Rubik is going to try and set up here and see if they can find a kill onto SC. And the A blast. He walked inside of the. Ooh, I don't know about that one. He walked in tower range. And now the counter initiation play is there from KP. He connects onto October. The right clicks are going to be there, and Burrow Strike away. Not a bad play, but out of mana and does not have his TP available. I think he's just going to get ran down here. Does get chased.
Find him.
Oh my god!
What? What a god! He's still gonna die though, because he's stuck in the spot where the moment the creep wave passes through, he's gonna be found.
Run away, dude!
Yeah, he's stuck anyways. He can't do anything.
Oh, it's so sad. I thought he was gonna be able to survive there, but he's gone though. Good call.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. Like that was a really, really sick juke spot. Assuming he had a TP, but since you don't have a TP, you're just gonna die because the creeper's gonna walk by and see you.
Well, Nyx is still in the area and ready to start to make things happen. They are going to be able to proc this again, so there's a chance. Oh, Vendetta jump through. They find the kill. God, they needed that so badly.
They really did. I mean, he got 700 gold off of that, and that's not even a killing spree. That's kind of like the situation they're in.
All right, well, what was sort of grounding to a halt, the CDEC farm, is now picking back up again. And it looks like bottom lane, they're going to try and... They do find this jump onto Kaka, but who's really going after who? They do drop the Sentry Ward as well, looking for October. He is within range, and yeah, this should be another Tractile going back their direction. No great way to stop that.
This is brutal. Luckily for CDEC, though, even though it looks like a really difficult game for them, there is always that huge Naga sleep combo. You know, you sleep like 2 to 3 people next to each other, and then you have Ice Vortex and an AA Blast on top of it, and then you just throw everything on it. Like Nyx stun, and Rubik disables, Furion ulti. Like, they definitely have a huge combo kind of comeback going for them, so just gonna have to keep an eye out for them.
Absolutely. Well, they might need it right now. The Impale only connects on the KP, still dropping a lot of damage onto their face and trying to run away. He does finally fall. Wrath of Nature able to do enough there, and also now with the Grave coming out, they are going to be able to turn this back around with the Nyx. They kill him off. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit scary. And Kaka also revealed they're kind of just running in one by one. Everybody's dying, and oh, nice blink away there by the Nyx Assassin. Not going to be able to be brought down. 2 heroes Gonzo. This is looking better and better for CDEC. It's starting to swing back into their favor.
You talked about that that Ags build. I mean, even if it doesn't, I mean, it kept them alive. Like, you get so many stats and so much life from it. They couldn't kill him in time, and that just turned the fight around for them.
Ooh, all right, yeah, spots him out with the Sentry Ward that just did expire now. I don't know. I'm finding it difficult to figure out for CDEC what their next play is. Like, is it just all follow the Nyx around, and wherever they get a kill, you try and push off the back of that? Oh god, in a little bit of trouble. Nice rage away. Blinks back again. Oh my god. Feb is a player. He has been making this work for him each and every time, and now found faith in the jungle. Rubik getting angry with it, but they do get off the grave, and now the TP away. They're just going to hold hands as they both TP to their own respective bases. Oh. With the taunt as well. Oh my god, Nature's Prophet making it work. I have not seen that taunt before. That was great.
The dance one?
Yeah. That was wonderful.
Yeah. I think it's not even him making the taunt. I think it automatically taunts when you kill the courier, I think, or something like that. I'm not too sure. But, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Oh, now Epicenter in some trouble. Feb's gonna drop. Nicely played. Again, just these little pickoffs all across the map. This is the weirdest game to cast in the world. Gotta say.
Man, Kaka's gotten so many track kills off. He survived that combo in the mid lane earlier because he's really got a pipe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, and another sentry dropped. Yeah, October realizes that Kaka is there, pops into rage again, keep on trading hits. And
Dire's middle tower is
they
under attack.
de-ward the sentry ward as well behind the tier 2 tower. The game of vision.
Yep. I mean, it's like I mentioned. As long as you shut down this Nyx, they shouldn't have too many issues.
Dire's middle
As
tower
long as
has
Nyx
fallen.
doesn't catch them off guard.
So do you need
In
to
the early
start
stage.
itemizing to deal with the Nature Prophet treants?
Radiant's
Like,
middle tower
are we going
is
to
under
start to
attack.
see some Maelstrom? Oh, well, yeah, Life Sword just finished the Maelstrom. Okay. So yes, that's the answer.
Well, I think Lifestealer's build is more for dealing with Naga more than anything. Yes, it does help with the Furion treants and stuff like that. But for the most part, like, you already have the heroes that can deal with it just off of their abilities alone. For example, Sand King Caustic Finale, great for clearing out waves. Like, you don't even have to worry about treants. It just takes a couple of hits and one burrow strike. And the entire wave just blows up. Same with OD, you're gonna one-shot treants. So with their lineup, like, they don't have to worry about these trees at all.
That is pretty nice. That's always the question is, like, if I remember the first time that we ever saw that, I believe it was Alliance that ran it at the Frankfurt Major qualifier matches, and it was the game that knocked Liquid out of the running to go to the Frankfurt Major, and I just remember everybody was blown away by it, and then suddenly somebody was like, well, you build AoE clear, and I was like, oh, right, that's how you deal with it. But still a very hard thing to do, and with the Naga Siren there also, it kind of adds an extra layer of problems to the draft for Newbee.
Oh, CDEC. Everyone's hiding here.
Trying to make the KP play. See if they can do it, but it's also a smoke ain't coming out from Newbee. They're heading off to the other side of the map. Nobody wants to be near each other in this game. They're kind of just all heading off to their respective corners.
Both sides just trying to find pickups right now. This positioning is actually really funny to look at.
I mean, it makes sense. You've got
Radiant's top
great
tower
heroes
is
for
under
being able to
attack.
find these ganks, but... Well, yeah, June TP's in. They're going to create some more treants, push down the tier 2 tower, and... No great response yet.
I think just by having Furion reveal himself at the top lane, they must realize that they're all here
Radiant's
too,
top
because
tower is
this
under
smells like
attack.
bait.
Oh, SC. Well, it's a little scary. Nyx is still there, but the rest of the side of CDEC is not. And now they've jumped forward, have been able to find it. They kill off the Naga Siren as the sleep comes out, but 3 get caught by the AA blast, and it looks like they don't want to fight after that. I can't believe they caught the Naga there.
Yeah, that was as well played by Newbee, understanding that if your Furion's in top lane and they scan the entire bottom half of the map and no one's showing in mid lane, they have to be at the upper half of the map. And luckily for Newbee, the one person they find is the best target to find.
They were pinging out that the Nyx was over in this area, but no reveal dropped down, so they do not find the kill. There's the full Mjolnir completed for the Lifestealer as well. God, and Kaka just jumping out of there for him. It's just going to be a flurry of damage, and this might be a kill if they're not careful for Feb. He needs to click on that Blink Dagger play, and he's going to be able to get out.
Oh, he's gonna find Feb here. That's a very
Jump,
dead.
right click, rage, super duper dead. There's the kill, and Pale doesn't come through either. And yeah, the gem on the Bounty Hunter is just making all the difference in the world.
Very interesting to see this Naga go for this kind of build. He doesn't finish his Manta and he just goes for a Yasha and a Soul Booster.
Yeah, is it just, what do you think the reasoning is behind that?
I'm not too sure. I feel like there really isn't Maybe he just wants the health pool so he can survive ganks. Unfortunately, I don't think this kind of itemization is going to save you from this Nyx, or not Nyx, Light Stealer.
Oh, Kaka pops the pipe. Still alive. A Blast is only level 2, and they actually even go for the afterwards weave just to make sure that they're ready in case a fight happens. But yeah, Roshan's going to get taken down now, and this is going to be a very, interesting situation. Can they push now with all of the split push that's coming out from the Nature's Prophet and the Naga Siren, or do they kind of need to find a pickoff before they're able to start thinking about something like high ground?
I think they just... I think they're pretty much committed to playing this split push game now. I feel like it's very, very difficult for them to try to take these kind of team fights against Newbee, who's, just leading right now.
Yeah. Man, you can just see it. I mean, CDEC is playing so afraid. They've got, like, the jump back from the Nyx Assassin after the Impale. He's gotten caught out so many times. And down in the bottom lane, October is here. The Rubik, I don't think that they can really do anything, though. They would need a rotation in from the Nature's Prophet, plus at least one, I think. And SC is
they
just
have an
too
illusion.
bad.
Oh, it's too late. It's dead.
Oh, bottom lane, yeah. Looking, KP, he jumped upon Feb and 4 steps away from the Impale. Not going to be able to find the kill.
Look at this. The patience from Rubik. He's just standing here.
I thought that
I'm
this
telling
was a
you,
game where,
this is the play.
This is the new Chinese meta. Just hide in trees and don't do anything for like 20 minutes.
I mean, it's like I said, though. It's because of that global presence they have, right?
Yeah.
Like, even with just a Rubik setup, you can always have that Furion and AA ulti come in, and Furion himself. Like, they're going to find this kill if they catch him out. Linked into him.
Boy. Oh, man. All right, well, OD able to escape, but yeah, it does just show how scary it is, but it kind of blows my mind that they can make that play and then not feel like they're missing out if they don't find the kill, because that's basically all of that time wasted for the Rubik, right?
Not exactly, because you are playing with not only a Naga. Like last game, it was just a Naga, right?
Yeah.
This game is a Naga and a Furion. Even if you're just hiding away, everything's still going to be farmed, so it's not the worst.
Oh, man, they scan it out, looking for the catch. Can they find him? Ugh, just out in time. That would have been a nice kill.
Yeah. This kind of playstyle is like nothing new to them. Both of them know they hide in trees.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's really weird. I really, and I mean, this is the thing that's kind of crazy about it, is that it's working too. Oh man, they might actually just be able to kill off June though, and they jump out, find it. Oh, can they break through? It doesn't matter. They've got the infest again, and yeah, they find that kill. Now Naga Siren jumps back in as well. They get the AA blast onto the Lifestealer, still hitting away. There's going to be an Impale that goes through, and Song of the Siren. I don't think that they actually kill the Lifestealer here, and now Feb also going to get gone upon. He's going to die. What a weird state of affairs. Naga just says, "See you later, team," and then leaves the other two to die. I guess there wasn't anything else to do about it, but a huge win for Newbee.
I think that was a slight miscommunication. I think the Naga did make the right choice, but I don't think he communicated that very well to the rest of his team. Because Lifestealer has an Aegis. If they stuck around to take away his Aegis, they probably would have all died for it. And I think Naga made the right choice in sleeping and getting out, but probably didn't let his team know in time.
Because that song, it lasts a little while. You're hanging out for a little while, 7 seconds. TP's only 3, and you usually get your buddies out as well. But yeah, unfortunate timing there. And now Newbee ready to take map control even further into their grasp.
Yeah, it was just really unfortunate for them, because they didn't even get the Aegis out of it.
June jumped upon, Blink Dagger forward. They have the Force Staff to follow it up. They catch him in the Astral, and I don't think that AA alone is going to be able to help out here. This is just another dead hero. Blood in the jungle. Newbee are just asserting dominance.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now jumps forward.
Oh,
God, he is not afraid of anything. They do steal the Astral still, and we've dropped as well. Like, they're trying to get the split push game going from the Naga Siren. Can Newbee afford to stay here?
I think this is fine. They're gonna take the objective much faster. They have Aegis as well. And I think with just one TP, like from KP or something, they can stop the Raxes from being lost.
Again, a moment to think about their life choices and figure out where they want to go for now. Ancient Apparition pauses the game. We'll see if they're ready to go. ... Indeed.
I think he's just saying they're lagging again. Oh, Feb does have his shield.
A lot of shots going down. Really good, though. The turn back around, they're going to be able to catch on to 2, and Pale connects onto several as well. There's a really great Astral coming out from October, stolen away from that OD, and still dropping low again. They bring down that OD. He's taking a ton of damage. U9 gets caught in the grave and is just going to be able to jump away. If they lift up KP, if they can find him, not quite there. That would have been huge. They had the Astral again. Faith is not going to be so lucky as they pull him inside that Astral, and they'll lose the Dazzle for sure. But, man, the AA Blast in conjunction there with the Impales coming out from the Ag Scepter Feb. Huge plays.
Now, unfortunately for OD, if he doesn't have his Linkings up, that Mana Burn is going to chunk him. And it's very surprising that Newbee decided to commit so heavily. No one even went back to defend, and they traded a Rax. This is definitely favorable for CDEC, considering they were in a slightly bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, you start to take... I mean, net worth in this type of game, I feel like, is mattering less and less with every passing minute. But if you give up a whole lane of Rax now to a split-pushing lineup, it just becomes so hard for you to take any kind of objective. Lots of pings. The OD a little bit upset about the situation. Wanted them to be able to find that kill, but Kaka alone wasn't going to be able to make it happen. Meanwhile, the Burrow Strike and the Epicenter are going to come forward. They do bring down Sep, but almost might lose KP as well. They bring back in June. He's going to go down now. Just like that. Well, maybe... Okay, yeah, they do find that kill in the end. Creating a big old pumpkin guy as well.
Too bad, even though he's a big tree and it's like two-shotted by OD. Goodbye, pumpkin.
Oh my god, that's really sad. Well, 19-11. It's been a very slow-paced game. Only 30 kills in 35 minutes. But I don't know, with the Rax down, how do you feel like this is turning out for the side of CDEC? Are they like back into it and even favored now?
I still would say that they're definitely behind, but you know, having this lane of Rax definitely helps them. But it's not like they didn't lose one themselves either, though. If they remember that Newbee did take their mid melee, so overall, like, they're still definitely fighting from behind right now.
Yeah. Kaka, in the meantime, able to snag away that illusion rune, which can always cause a lot of problems. Might run into June again.
Long way.
No, they're not going to find him. Yeah, it's just going to be Kaka heading over to the side here. They did have the vision, which means that they're going to be able to spot this Nyx, and this should be a kill, I would imagine.
Radiant's
going to double back.
Is under attack.
Oh god, they're so close to... They're going to find him. Alright, they're going to find him. He's dead.
Just a little jump out. Well, they don't want to go for it.
That's definitely understandable. They don't want to take the risk right now. It's right outside their base, and they must feel that they're pretty close together right now.
And October going to do his... Oh my god, what? They scan where they think October just walked to and immediately going to destroy him. Yo, game sense off the chain for Newbee. They are doing it. They know exactly what they're making happen.
I mean, they did this last game. Of course they know how it's run.
That's fair enough. All right, well, SC in the mid lane. Epicenter a little bit off the mark. Are finally going to run into September, but now the turnaround is going to be there, and KP in a hell of a lot of trouble. He's just going to get dropped.
I'm starting to feel that Newbee should be picking up BKBs now. It would negate a lot of the damage coming out of CDEC.
Yeah, it would make sense also why they would be trying to postpone those until this point, like just so that way if they know it's going to go late, they don't want to burn those charges. So I agree. Now is like the
Oh,
perfect
that's
time.
a really good point, actually. Yeah.
I like the OD pickup for the Hex as well. SC is going to start to just completely dismantle these guys.
Yep. The final item. Sell your Midas and get BKB. I think if you picks up BKB, he's pretty much unstoppable until the BKB runs out.
Oh my goodness. Every time in showcase mode that Nyx goes inside the ground, it sort of like recenters the camera. In the meantime, though, they've been able to find November, pop the Rage, right clicks. Can they kill him before the Rage wears off? That's the big question right now, and Snare as well. Oh, God, he's so low. 50 HP, find the kill. It's not going to be there. The Naga Siren escapes.
I bet U9 is so sad right now because he definitely would have killed her if he Mjolnired himself.
Oh, that hurts. But they have found a consolation prize. June in the jungle is going to try and run away for the moment. There's going to be the track and goes for the TP. Where's the Shuriken? Oh, he didn't have the mana.
He didn't have the mana, unfortunately.
Oh, that hurts. Well, now, unfortunately, in the mid lane, SC might get brought down himself, lifted up in the air, and brought down. Ancient Apparition is going to be able to find that kill. Well, self-astral for the moment.
He's so dead.
Yeah, okay, he's gone, so.
Man, what's happening to Newbee? They're just collapsing everywhere. They're just continuously making mistakes. Look at that gold change with 1 death. 3,000 EXP and 1,700 gold ceiling. 1 kill. I mean, if CDEC keeps this up, this is looking pretty bad for Newbee if they let CDEC catch up like this.
I mean, it feels like you were saying they were playing so disciplined previously, and now they're just acting a little bit too cavalier, and they're getting picked off in these ways that they weren't previously. And I don't know, you start to swing that pendulum back in the other direction. Newbee could potentially end up losing this game, and what was a great start for them. And losing to a Naga Siren is one of the most frustrating experiences I think you can possibly have in Dota 2.
Not much. Yeah, it looks like Newbee is just going to give up these towers. They're not going to fight without SC. It's so hard for them to fight without their OD. OD is such a huge chunk of their net worth.
They do need to do something to keep these illusions and treants off of their base, though. It's taking a lot of damage, and yeah, the Sand King is going to pop back into this. I don't think they realize that Roche is going on, and to be honest, I don't know if they can really stop it, even if they did.
Yeah, they can't do anything. They know that there's nothing they can do about it. Free Roshan going their way, really, really good for them. Nature's Prophet's going to take it, I believe.
A little bit too late to the party there, and Haka is still going to look for any type of initiation, but nobody left in the pit, and have to leave empty-handed. Rather unfortunate for... Well, they spotted October. This might be a consolation kill. Nope, not going to get there.
No, he knows what's up. October is playing pretty well right now. I mean, we saw his Rubik yesterday, and with the plays he's made, during this game, I can definitely see why they picked this hero for him.
Absolutely. Nature's Prophet going the rat build. The best of his abilities. Does have the AC completed now on top of the Ags. Maelstrom, imagine this is going to go back for a Mjolnir as well. But it's time to move. I think that Nyx next up is going for the E-Blade build. Haven't seen that in a long time.
No? Actually, this is a pretty sick build. Oh, are they going to catch him? Okay, no, he forces back. I think if he E-Blades OD and he mono burns him, he'll probably take 1,000 damage.
Oh my god. It's disgusting. There's the jump board lift again. SC,
so bad
no
for them.
help.
And they pause.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with these pauses exactly.
They're just lagging. That's all they're saying.
Okay. Alright. Lao Shi Dunka. I don't know what that means exactly.
I think it just means, please wait, I think.
No,
I think.
The world
I
is
have the Chinese skills of a kindergartner, so you're gonna have to bear with me.
I mean, that's a little bit higher than mine are, so it's fine. Look at the close-up of this. This looks awesome. The AA blast about to explode onto his dome. It's like something out of Star Trek or whatever. The go gets called, and now SC is going to drop. They do have a lot of heroes in the area. KP trying to get a counter initiation play, but it's not quite going to be there. Kaka in the midst of this as well. But you can see all eyes, and Nick's Assassin is set up. It's Lurker Gaming now. Pop the rage for U9 and just trying to keep them off the tower to the best of their abilities, but they're just dropping so much damage.
Slow siege coming out of Newbee, or out of CDEC.
Oh, good Sprout as well, lifting U9 down. That does end up breaking it. And now the Epicenter turnaround doing a lot of damage. June is going to fall to this. That's the Aegis already. KP counter initiation again. Nice Grave, but he should still die to this. No way to heal him back up. And the Grave will expire. U9 also going to get controlled and killed. 4 gone for Newbee. All of a sudden, 42 minutes into the game, CDEC are going to be able to take the second lane of Barracks, and oh god, U9 caught out again. Burrow struck by the Rubik, stolen away. Rage, he's very angry inside this little grove of trees, and now brought down again. I think that they're going to lose him. A triple kill now for June. They're going to be able to jump forward with Feb. Oh man, this is awful. A huge gold swing back into their favor, and the rat-tastic CDEC take game 2 away from Newbee. Nicely played.
I'm telling you, Caster's Curse. That game just went south immediately after SC just dies twice. That's all it took. He dies twice and the game's just over. He has no buyback either.
Well, ladies and gents, in a matter of moments, CDEC were able to take that one. Hope you'll stick around, because I'm sure we're in for a barn burner here on the final game. At Lyrical Dota, at Aosin Dota, your two casters. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, and be sure to continue following the tournament. It's the Shanghai Dota 2 Open number 2, presented by BTS. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with game number 3. See you guys then.